The Splatoon 3 World Premiere Splatfest happened a couple weeks ago. It was the debut of Splatoon 3's TriColor Battles, in which at the 50% mark, Team Scissors was declared the leading team. From that point, Team Scissors went on defense, with 4 players versus 2 against the other 2 teams. In short, I had seen that people felt that Team Scissors was put at a severe disadvantage by having to defend off 2 teams at the same time. The results showed this because Team Rock crushed them, and even Team Paper did better than Team Scissors after the halfway mark. There are apparent signs that the Splatoon team is taking this feedback to heart, and that this model may not be reflective of what we actually see when the game comes out for Splatfest models for TriColor Battles. That said, I actually very much enjoyed these battles. I thought, yes, it was a challenge. The challenge was that Team Red, Scissors, had to plan a little more and act a little more diligently. As with any other mode, I felt that a team wipe was usually impending doom for Team Scissors. That said, unlike other modes, I felt the costs were particularly great if Team Scissors had a team wipe and the other teams were able to acquire the signal. That said, I actually liked how tense the battles were. The high stakes, it made it feel like a rush. I enjoyed, and I hope that the TriColor Battles continue to perform this way. Before Splatoon 3 launches, I thought I'd share with you the strategy that seemed to work for me. In general, I think that it's worth looking at these modes not as 4v2v2, but remembering that it's still a 4-on-4, except it's a split 4. The other teams are actually at a disadvantage when you look at it this way. Why? Because they're split into 2 and 2. Divide the enemy team and conquer. That was the premise behind my strategy, so I want to show you really quickly and simply how I enjoyed the tri-colored battles because my strategy seemed to work for my team. I do note that my team consisted of 3 skilled players and then myself. But that said, we were also getting matched against people that were pretty high in skill because we actually won a 333 times match, so we were getting paired with people that had also encountered similar situations of 103 matches. I had felt that the key to victory when defending on a tri-colored match was keeping in mind that you have 4 players versus the other 2 teams only have 2. There are more roles to fill in your team. You can plan better since the other 2 teams were not prepared. They had their roles, they had their goals. But with Team Scissors, with the red team in the middle defending, we were better able to plan our roles because we had 4 players and could do an actual team composition. We had expected tricky strategies such as ziplining around the center and trying to get the drop on our defenders, or using a big bubbler to put a shield around and block out our attempts to save the signal, using a reef slider to come in and kill our defenders and then grab the signal. But at the end of the day, we noticed they're sitting ducks when they're trying to grab that signal, and without somebody to defend them, they were open targets. Regardless of the enemy team strategy, I felt it was important to take a step back and itemize our roles in a way that we could analytically break it down. So here's what worked for me. Simply put, the first 2 roles were dedicated to people proficient in combat. They would be straight-up defenders who tried to stay as close to the signal as possible and fend off any enemy attacks. The third role was the one that I filled. I filled this role using my arrow spray, which is a weapon that I had already favored in the first place, but now I had the reef slider. So I was able to float around and ink as much turf as possible and mess up their plans because the enemy team would then have to stop attacking and regain their turf. As a floater, since I wasn't particularly good with combat, I would ink as much as I could but never stray far from the center. I would only be gone for moments at a time when I felt that I had an opening to go on an inking spree. If needed, I was able to come back and provide extra support in defending off the enemy, or, in the absolute case that I lost my team, I was always able to charge in with my reef slider and splat anybody who thought that they were on their own able to take that signal away from us. The contingency here, of course, is that my team wouldn't be wiped, minus myself, and leave 4 opponents standing. I always expected my team to take out a number of people before they went down. The final role, in my opinion, again, this is what worked for me, of course, is that we had one role, the final person on the team, was dedicated to standing afar able to scope out the situation, and quite literally, as I had a charger fill this role multiple times. But in general, it was good to have somebody who was extremely close, but not right on top of the signal to defend it. This fourth role is somebody that could fire back a few rounds before they get close to the signal. The entire team as a whole, of course, was trying to push back the enemies. However, we had one dedicated person who would almost target somebody just outside the radius of defense and attack. Somebody who was again proficient in combat, but not straight up a floater like I was. Particularly why I feel like a charger was a good role for this position, because the eye in the sky sees all. And if that person has good aim, you're never going to get barraged 4-on-1. Or I should say 4-on-2.5. With that said, I'd like to show you footage from my stream of a match that I won. I am not particularly good at the game. My skill level is not very high. Though I am experienced, my aim is, well, it's garbage. Yet I experienced a lot of wins in this because we had a bit of a formation. We had a team advantage here. Like I say, it's 4-on-2-on-2. The team with 4 may be defending in the middle, but we have organization and planning on our side. I felt that the high pressure of the TriColor Battles was actually where the thrill comes from in these matches. But what is working for me is the bow. I have the same thing you have, is I feel great about that bow. I love the bow, and I had something absolutely insane happen. We had a 333 times battle, and I had the bow when I played it. So that bow is going to be a permanent staple on my team. I'm going to use that weapon, or at least I think I will. Oh, whoa, dodge that. This one is a stage that you saw previously, JaNinjuice. I got a shark in the face, and it felt so great. In my opinion, I think the practice room should have been. I agree 100% why they didn't. I don't know why they didn't open that practice room earlier. All right, give me the brew. Oh crap, dude! These guys are coming in hard. Like, the idea was we were going to have defenders, and then we were going to have 2 people running around wreaking havoc. That's not working right now at all. Okay, so I'm going to back up. I'm going to back up. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until chaos starts breaking out. Oh, we got drinks. Somebody brought the brew. All right, let's do this. Okay, well, they got the crab tank. I should go. I should go ink. Instead of messing around. I'm just going to keep my shark for future reference if I need it. Let's go. Ah, nice. Gotcha with the shark. All right, guys, I'm going to ink as much turf as I can, and towards the end of the match, I will go ahead and come up there and help defend. Got the brew. Nice. Wait. Yes, give me some of the brew. Let's do this. All right, I'm going to go out and ink. Here we go. All right, now is the point I'm going to defend with you guys. I'm going to come up there and defend. Yeah, take that. I can't get off. There we go. Nice, guys. Nicely done. I just got to ink. Just got to ink. There we go. Amaterasu, nice. Gotcha. Stopped in your tracks. Boom, gone. Not a chance. Gotcha. Oh, man, I died right there. Okay, woo, that was a match. Oh, tell me after all of that we defended. Come on, tell me we defended. Yeah, guys. Nicely done. Successfully defended.